If you were contacted through a site like Private Delights and suddenly found yourself cited or arrested, this video is for you. Because most of these sting operations follow a predictable pattern, and understanding that pattern can make a real difference in how your case is handled. This video is for people in Orange County, California who are facing or worried about a solicitation charge tied to an online sting operation. If that's not you, feel free to skip this one. My name is Hieu Vu. I'm a California criminal defense attorney. On this channel, I explain how criminal cases actually work in the real world, especially situations involving sting operations, online communications, and cases where a lot more is assumed than proven. These videos are meant to give you clarity early, before one bad decision or misunderstanding snowballs into something much bigger. Here's the problem. When people get caught up in a private delight sting, they're usually shocked by how fast things escalate, from a vague conversation to police contact. What makes these cases dangerous isn't just the charge itself. It's the evidence trail, the phone seizure, and the privacy fallout that can affect your family, job, and reputation long before the case is resolved. In this video, I'll walk you through how these sting operations typically work, what officers are actually looking for, what happens after detention or citation, and what you should and should not do next. By the end, you'll understand where the real legal risks are and how to protect yourself early. And stay until the end, because I'll explain why unlocking your phone, even briefly, can quietly expand the case far beyond what you expected. Save this video so you can come back to it later, or drop a comment below if you're dealing with one of these cases right now. Most private delight sting operations follow a similar pattern. First, there's an online advertisement on an adult website, such as Private Delights. Law enforcement either posts or responds to an ad. The language is usually vague, not explicitly sexual at first. Now comes the communication phase. The person responding initiates contact, usually text message or messaging apps. Conversations often rely on coded language rather than direct statements. Then, a location is set. Typically, hotels are chosen because they're commonly used by both legitimate travelers and adult service providers, which gives officers cover. The most important part is what I call the trigger moment. This is where money is discussed, or where payment is tied to a specific act. Legally, what matters is what was actually said, who said it first, and when it was said. Assumptions don't count. Once the person arrives at the location, officers make contact. In many cases, the person is detained, identified, and either arrested or cited to appear in court. After that, a few things usually happen. Officers often search for cash. Cell phones are frequently seized as evidence. People may be questioned about their messages. Sometimes the phone is taken immediately. Other times, the officers pressure the person to unlock it. Once a phone is unlocked, it can expose far more than intended, including private messages completely unrelated to the incident, or even prior incidences, which can open up prosecution for all the other incidents that happen. Another issue people don't expect is privacy fallout. Court notices or follow-up mail can arrive at home, which can be especially difficult for married individuals or those in committed relationships. The most common charge in these cases include Penal Code 647B solicitation. This charge can apply to either side of the alleged transaction. In this video, I'm focusing only on the person accused of attempting to purchase services. As for defenses, every case depends on the facts, but common issues include lack of intent, unclear or ambiguous communication, no completed agreement, and timing. Often there's a big gap between what police assume and what was actually said. And stay until the end, because I'll explain why unlocking your phone even briefly can quietly expand the case far beyond what you expected. Before we get into it, save this video so you can come back to it later, or drop a comment below if you're dealing with one of these cases right now. Most private delights sting operations follow a similar pattern. First, there's an online advertisement. Law enforcement either posts or responds to an ad. The language is usually vague, not explicitly sexual at first. Next comes the communication phase. The person responding initiates contact, usually through text or messaging apps. Conversations often rely on coded language rather than direct statements. Then a location is set, typically a hotel. The most important part is what I call the trigger moment. Legally, what matters is what was actually said, who said it first, and when it was said. Once the person arrives at the location, officers make contact. This next part is critical, especially if your phone was involved. These sting operations are structured and predictable. The case usually turns on communication, not conduct. Your phone is often the most important piece of evidence. Privacy issues can arise immediately and even before guilt or innocence is decided. What you do early matters. If this video helped, save it, watch it the next one in the series, or leave a comment below. If you're facing a solicitation charge from a sting operation in Orange County, a confidential consultation before your first court date can make a real difference. My contact information is in the description. Thank you for watching.